Good. I'm JP,
Jay Sean.
and today we talking about spirituality and
Religion.
Jay Sean. Would you like to start off the topic?
Okay. I'd like to explain it a little bit in detail. So, religion is what you, depending on where you were born at, what was taught to you. In your country, spirituality is no matter where you were born at, you're you're a spiritual being. I wasn't gonna say person, but not even a person. People that say they're spiritual understand that they're not even human. You just borrow in this body. But religion also talks about that too. So this will be a really good conversation.
Hmm. So me, all right. My religion is I'm more like a Christianity. I'm more of a Christian, and I believe in God. Period, point blank. I don't care what people say, what color he is versus he white or black. At the end of the day, they say the Bible says his description, right? How his hair is and how he looks and everything else. So don't go off of what I think how God looks. I think God is God, and the Bible tells you. So that's supposed to be like our guidance on who is God and what we're supposed to do and what we're not supposed to do. Now, spiritual, and my spiritual belief is I believe that I feel like everybody is an equal. Nobody's perfect in nobody. And I feel like the body is flesh. And right now we're in the flesh of the form because if I poke my arm, blood will come out, right?
And you poke me.
Yeah. So I feel like the spiritual form is in me. Is the I do that, wind come out, right? It's that wind. So I believe when I die, my flesh, my body, will stay down here, and the spirit, the air that's in me, will go up there, and that would determine as far as heaven or hell. Um, Sometimes I feel like being here, when you see enough wrong chair, I feel like this is like a hell to me already. Now, if that really exists, I'm not too sure. Jay Sean, he's very educated on that, so he could explain more, or whether heaven or hell really exists. But I do believe heaven it does really exist, and so therefore I believe hell does too. But in my spiritual form, what I want to say was that I'm spiritually connected to God based on my heart, my mind, body, and soul, all of that. And I take all of that to Him when I pray. When I pray from the heart. Everything comes from my mind and out my mouth. That's how I let out my spiritual outbringing to God. Deshaun, tell me how you feel.
About heaven and hell.
Or just
Nah,
the difference between
I'll just,
spirit
I'll just
and
pick up from that. Like,
yeah,
what I think, or I would say I know,
yeah.
is heaven and hell are both on earth. They're both on earth. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever enjoyed life? Like, it could just be for a moment. You just, whatever you like to do, painting, whatever. It could be anything. At that moment, you're in heaven. If you ever felt like afraid, fear, a lot of violence too. Like, if you ever been in that situation, that's hell. But that's all here. Like fire, like, okay, so I'll just be real. Like, the Christian religion, they say that if you don't believe in Jesus, don't accept him, you can believe in him, but if you don't accept him as your savior, then you're gonna go to hell and you're gonna burn. Okay, but your body's gonna stay here.
Mm.
So how can you burn without a body? So each religion doesn't even debate this. Like, if when you die, you don't take your body with you. You don't take your body with you to heaven. You don't take your body with you to hell.
So that makes sense to me. Like he said, if you don't have your body, your physical body, so how can you burn? So at the end of the day, it don't matter if you go to heaven or hell, because there's no way you can really hurt.
Yeah.
When you don't have the flesh, the only way we was hurting is if you're the person that still has a physical body and you're still living, and if somebody comes up, stab you, shoot you, or something like that.
Yeah, then you can feel it.
So this is what the point I'm trying to get at. Why do people play like they're God? Like, or for any matters, sometimes I don't even understand. I understand why we have laws. I do understand why, but sometimes these laws, I wouldn't say it's too, like, unreal. Like, unreal. Like, I'm saying, like, if you kill somebody, you get some odd amounts of time for killing somebody. You get, or life for killing somebody. But let's just say you, within that time of doing life, you already learned your lesson, right? So why you don't get a second chance to say, well, damn, I did 10 years. Write to a judge and get out. I feel like there's nothing wrong with a person who did something bad as killing somebody and then turn around, learn from their mistakes, and come out better. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like they deserve to be forgiven.
They do deserve.
At the end of the day, I'm not God. He's not God. So, say if instant Jay Sean.
You know what God means, though, right?
Well, what does God mean to you?
Power. Don't you think of God as a powerful person?
True.
Powerful being. He got all the power, basically. So that's why, like.
True, but what I was saying, I'm not God. I can't. Say for instance, I had a kid, and you shot my kid, and we were still friends, and I go and grab a gun and want to kill you for doing that. Does that make me get my kid back? No. So
that's already
why is it so hard for people to forgive you for your wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Because
so when you go to jail, do you really learn from your mistakes? Yeah and nay. Some people
do, some people
don't. Some people could go to jail and still get out.
Yeah, or some people can do more evil when they're in jail.
Yeah.
So it's up to the individual.
It's vice versa
with what they do. But they're still.
So would you agree if I say the time, yeah, you should do time for killing somebody, but within enough time, let's just say you've been there since you were 17 years old, now you're about every bit of 20-something. Would you say within that time, and I literally said, I learned my lesson. I've been doing good in jail. I've been doing good deeds in jail. Would you say that person will be able to like get out and get that second chance? Or do they should just because they killed somebody, they just should just, fuck it, you get life. Because you took a life.
I don't think that's right. Because especially with religion and spirituality, God will forgive you right then and there as long as you ask. You already forgiven. So that's man that's saying, oh, but you got to come before me in my courtroom. So now I'm your God. I got power over you. I can put you in a place. But that's what like even religion says. People, we don't got a heaven or hell we can put them in. That's why we created a hell for you. Because we can't put you, like if you die, man can't put you in, man or woman, whoever, can't put you in hell. That's up to God. But see, that's what I said. God is, what does God mean? Power. I got power over you. I'm your God. Yeah, so that's what God means.
Basically what I'm trying to say, I'm not saying that you shouldn't get punished for your wrong, but I'm just saying, if in this world, we all committing sin, we all breaking the 10 fucking commandments, we all doing right and wrong every fucking day. So if nobody's better than nobody, then why can't we? Why are we judging people? Well, or why are we saying? Or why are the judge is able to say, "Oh, you deserve 20 years because you did this, or 30 years because you did that"? Some of the crimes that people do ain't even worth it. Somebody could,
it'd be innocent people up in there too.
yeah, and then sometimes you can go to jail over he say, she say. Like for example, a lot of men go to jail over a woman putting them there.
Lying.
Let's just say domestic violence, for example. Every man I'm not gonna say every man, but it's easy for a man to get mad at a woman and hit her, right? Would y'all agree that you could easily get mad and just lash out and just boom, get the fuck out of my face? That shit happens all the time because if somebody's in your face, they're in your space, right?
In your personal space.
So, and that person is in your ear.
Same thing could happen with a woman hitting you though.
Yeah,
hitting a man. But then like if she does it, then ain't nobody going, oh, so we're gonna tell you suck it up, big man. She beat you up. I'm worried. She hit you.
Or nowadays, even though nowadays they say the law is they take both, but that's still bullshit.
That ain't the truth. Yeah.
That's still bullshit. Because
that's what they say, but that's a lie right
soon as a man or woman hit a man, regardless if she hit him in the nose, eye, ears, whatever. Let's just say she hit you good enough to where you busted her lip. When you turned around, you hit her right back. You busted her lip. I understand we're a man and we're stronger, but a little baby can hurt you. And the reason why I say that, a baby could grab a bottle, you could be laying right there by your baby and hit you in the head with the bottle or bust you in the nose with the bottle.
But see, that's only
I'm not saying that I should get mad and turn around and punch the baby in the nose. I'm not saying I'm gonna do that. But the difference from a baby and a woman is this. This woman is grown, I'm grown, and yes, I'm a man. But if I told her to leave me the fuck alone and she didn't leave me the fuck alone or shut up about it, why do a woman tend that she wants to defend herself and say, fuck that? I don't have to.
Because she knows the law is on her side. In America, let's make that clear. That's what I was saying. Like, in other countries, women can't even call the police. So, especially if you married, and then you can't call the police on your husband. You can't even do it. You'll call the police and they're like, so, what you telling me for?
Yeah.
But in America, we're letting women do everything.
My whole point is I'm all for people having a second chance, regardless what they do or how they do it. Yeah, they could get out and do back wrong or bad, but how do we know if we don't ever give them that chance? Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. If you can't give them a chance, you would never know what's going to happen. Now, I forbid, if I was a judge and I let somebody free, but it happens every day. There's a lot of judges and a lot of murderers, killers, rapists. They get off sky-free. They let it go. Now they're out. They live in their life again. And they come around and do the same shit again. Or some people get out and really, need that second chance.
And then
they didn't change. But this is another fucked up thing about it. About America, period. They say, now that person came out clean, they trying to get a job on their feet. You didn't came out clean. You didn't want a job. You want to get on your feet. You go to a simple job like security. You can't do security because you got felonies. You went to jail for this and that. I don't think that shit fair. I don't think that shit fair at all. Because I did my time. Yeah, I did fuck up. And I'm trying to get my life right.
America's not a fair country. Like, it's all fucked up. It's been that way.
And so is religion. Religion been, to me, to a certain extent, is kind of messed up.
Yeah, it's like gangbanging. Like you with your team and you say like basically fuck them other people.
Yeah, because a lot of times
we going to heaven, they going to hell.
I feel like God, the more struggle I go through, that's God's way of making me stronger, preparing me for the worst outcome. I don't get mad when I go through things in life. I just try to figure out how to get
going through it.
Yeah, why I'm going through it and how to get better.
Yeah.
But I don't point finger at God because he don't point fingers at me. And I feel like if God could forgive me for my sins, then mankind should be able to forgive me for my sins. Because at the end of the day, there's only one real God. No matter what religion you go through.
Yeah.
Everybody got their one God and they all go back to the fucking Bible.
Yeah. Or
God forgive me for using the Bible in vain.
I would say they all go back to the first book, the first books. So, I mean, not to debate about that, because it's like, you want to do your research, do your research. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to educate people on which book came first or which one, because everybody talking about the same one, like you said, so it don't matter.
All I'm trying to say is there's only one God, and people shouldn't be on earth acting like holy than that. I think it's wrong for you to talk bad about homeless. I think it's wrong for people to just judge you off of one simple mistake. Especially when a person say, I change. When you say you change, let me show you I change. Don't hold me against that. Don't let me suffer between what I did wrong by versus what I'm doing now.
Yeah, but you also, like, in America, put that out there, you also got to prove.
He said in America.
You also got to prove that you changed. So, like, in prison, to get out of there, like on parole, probation, you have to be doing good. Like, they don't just let you out, because it's a lot, especially in American prisons. But all the countries, prison is bad. Like, it's bad. America, we actually got a good system, but when they put you in prison, they feed you in America. Some countries, you ain't got no money, you gonna starve up in there. So then that brings out more of an animal, survival instincts more, because you ain't even eating up in there unless people putting money on your books. So it's, then it's hard to be like, okay, he ain't a good prisoner or inmate, but hell, he got to fight to eat every day. See what I'm saying? So it's hard to, how you gonna judge somebody that's in survival mode? Like, you either gonna survive or your body's gonna die. Like, so you really can't judge somebody at that point. It's just like, well, damn, I understand what they had to go through.
And then my theory, even though I have been to jail before, but even though I've never been to prison, so if I'm not speaking my terms right, then forgive me on that. But I feel like to send somebody for jail, and I'm not saying jail is supposed to be peaches and cream, it's supposed to be easy or whatever, but I'm talking about for the people who goes there and they're around the killers and the murderers and all that shit, and you got to defend yourself. So it's like, did y'all just really go to jail to not just suffer, but just to suffer and get beat and abused? So if that's the way jail is, you might as well just say, fucking got the gun and just dome me off. Because it's like, I have a choice to suffer and die right away, or go to jail and try to defend myself and still could possibly get beat to death, possibly get raped to death. That shit ain't fair.
Yeah, it ain't fair at all. Like, and that's why you can't judge nobody. Everybody go through different circumstances. So, I mean, the best way to, I would say, judge somebody was put yourself in their shoes. What would you do if that was you?
True.
And then you'll think about it like, I would do this. Probably the same thing they did.
Yeah. And then sometimes in some cases, I want to like adjust, like drugs and alcohol. I'm not saying if you on drugs and you made a bad decision and you killed somebody or you hurt somebody, I'm not saying that it's your fault because you was on drugs. Sometimes as a human, you on drugs, that drug controls you. So yeah, it's your fault and you made the decision to smoke the shit, but you didn't make the decision to walk outside butt naked or butt naked at the high school in front of kids, or
especially
like sometimes the drug is more powerful
with some of these drugs they got now, like
more powerful for you to control.
Okay, especially I mean, people already know, but I just want to say something. Yes, I agree with him on what he's saying. Especially these drugs nowadays, you do not want to do them. You don't know what you're getting. So you might think you're doing this drug and it's actually a different drug. Then you end up dying and you didn't even, you just thought you was going to have a good time.
Yeah.
But you didn't know what you was taking.
Yeah.
So that's that chemical had you all acting crazy and everything. And you thought you was just dreaming.
Yeah. Let's just take alcohol, for example. When you get drunk, after you done had a couple beers, you can take that whole drunk feeling and go outside and do the first thing that your mind tells you. You're not doing that at that point because you actually want to do it. You're doing it because the alcohol leading you to do it. And some things you're doing it because you actually wanted to do it, and the alcohol gave you the strength to do it. Like also too, like talking to a girl. Alcohol is a good drug you could take to get that confidence to say, "Hey, how you doing? I want to take you out." Because you're not thinking as your normal nervous self. You're thinking as that Bud Light, that Hennessy you just took. That Hennessy just like, it took off the fear. It's like, forget about how you felt or the feeling that you felt about getting this. It made you say, "Hey, how you doing?" It made you talk smooth to her. It made you say, "Damn, baby, you look good. Tonight, I want to get to know everything about you." And she might thought that was clever. You might say something different when you were sober. You might say, "Hey, how you doing?" And then just that's that it. But the alcohol courage gave you enough courage to say exactly what you needed to say to get it. So I'm just saying, sometimes you need the alcohol and it leads you to the right mode. And sometimes you can get the alcohol and it leads you to the wrong mode. Not every drug you can have control of.
But at least with alcohol, you in America, because you can go to other countries and not know what you're getting. Like, so the alcohol in America, beer, wines, and spirits. That's the three. And moonshine's a spirit too. So you know how that's gonna make you feel. At least we got that going. Because you can go to another country and you thinking like, oh, okay, I can just have this 1-2 shots. I'm gonna be cool. You go over there, you take them just a little bit, and your ass toe up because the alcohol is different. It's made different. So same thing. I'll just say, hey, like they always tell you on every commercial,
drink responsibly. Yeah.
And you can't, like, once you take it in, then hopefully you be responsible. Hopefully you don't do nothing that you regret.
Me, I'm a firm believer. I'm not a responsible drunk, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I didn't know I was that down bad until I actually started doing it. Like fainting. Me, when I get drunk, I will either faint or pass out, or I basically be in a because when I want to drink, I either want to party or I want to have sex. So I basically be in those type of mode. And so then I didn't understand it at first until I got naked at my damn sister's house. And I'm just like, damn, this is why I should stop drinking, because here it is. I don't have control of the alcohol.
Yeah.
So I know.
Because you didn't plan on doing that.
Yeah. So I know that I could be one of those people where they say, oh, a woman could say, oh, he raped me, he touched me, he did this and did that. I could be one of those people because I will blink out and do other things. Yeah. And to where I done did something to now I'm woken up in the slammer and I'm just saying, well, fuck, I didn't mean that. But how do you defend that? You know what I'm saying? So if I did something that I intentionally didn't mean to do and I did it on the alcohol, now I learned from that mistake. So now I know I like to get naked. I like to get freaky. And so if I'm going to get drunk and naked and freaky, I'm just going to make sure that I'm getting naked and freaky at home with my lady and not in front of others. Because if I'm in front of others, I know I'm going to get naked, I'm going to get freaky, and I'm going to do something that somebody in that room going to probably feel like wrong. You're wrong. So I learned from my mistakes in the past. So now, not only I don't drink, but if you catch me with a beer, mind your own damn business. No, I'm just saying. What I'm trying to say is I overlaps. I just slipped up a little bit, but I'm gonna get back sober and I'm gonna detox again. But what I'm saying to you, I know if I'm gonna plan on getting drunk, I'm either gonna be with my lady, wife, or whoever at the time, and only that person. Because if I'm around other people, I know I might fucked up and do something that I regret. So that's why I learned from my mistakes. If alcohol could do me like that, imagine me on crack. That's what I'm saying.
Or the shit they got now. Fentanyl, heroin, all that shit. Meth. You never know what the hell will happen. Yeah. So that's what I say. I mean, I don't recommend these drugs they got now. Not like I really recommended drugs before, like back in the day, because it was doing people bad too. But this shit they got now, y'all just say no, please. I mean, that's what I wish. Like, I wouldn't put that in my body. Alcohol, yeah, beers, that I could control that. Not all the time, like you said, but at least you know what you're getting. Even with the weed, we're not gonna get into that, but you don't know what you're smoking. I done heard people smoking weed from the clubs, and you think everything is cool, and it was laced with something. So I'm just saying, please, people, take care of yourself.
Yeah, make better decisions. Like how I learned from my mistake. Like that's what made one of the reasons why I had to stop drinking, because I learned I could get freaky, I could get naked, I could pass out, I could wind up doing something that was not my intentions. You know, you think it was my intention to wake up naked on my sister's couch? I woke up feeling like, how the fuck I get here? That's the worst feeling, to wake up.
Yeah, not knowing
and
what you did.
Not knowing what you did, bro. Because now you listening to a bunch of motherfuckers saying
telling you about what you did. And then you don't even know if they was telling the truth.
Yeah. So I just hope that y'all learn and watch this and y'all comment below and just let us know what y'all think about this video. Give it a couple thumbs up. And over and out. Peace.